Back Row Ministry, the Moral Premier, Mr. Mahdi coming at you live and direct. Let me pump up the volume. So, the coronavirus stay at home order in the state of New Jersey has been lifted. And I wanted to bring up this story because of the day it was lifted. The day it was lifted and the date. So, Tuesday, June 9th, 2020 is the day that New Jersey, New York started the phase of lifting the stay-at-home order. Now, remember, they've been pushing the stay-at-home order, like it was the end all to be all. Suddenly, we have the George Floyd situation. Slowly, the headlines start to move away from coronavirus. The police take center stage, and now we go into this lifting of the stay-at-home orders. And now Simon says everybody can go back outside, but you have to still wear a mask. Simon doesn't say what happened to the coronavirus. Simon just says everybody can still go outside. And this is how these people play games with the populace. And the populists fall for the tricks every time. So Simon says, now you can go back outside. But Simon hasn't come up with a vaccine. Simon hasn't told you what mysteriously happened to the virus. Simon hasn't told you anything. So Simon continues to play the same game with the people of the world because that's what Simon does. So June 9th. June 9th. And I'm gonna pull up another screen and then I'm gonna actually show you one thing that we talk about. I know you heard us talk about this in great detail when we talk about June 9th and this number. So June 9th, so June is the 6-month, 9th day. That is 69. 69. And for the perverts out there, no, I'm not talking about that type of 69 when we talk about 69. Of course, we look at the number both ways, forward and backwards. In case you want to check the number to see if any other significance in there, we didn't find any. All right, so Tuesday, June 9th, a day with 55 numerology, a day with 19 numerology. Let's go to it. COVID-19. COVID-19. 17 numerology, the kill code, 205, which is 25. 35 numerology. So let's keep that in mind. All right. So 69, we know in Jewish gematria is the number pi. Pi is 69. And we talk about pi. Pi is the circumference of the circle. Talks about the circumference of the circle. So it's pretty much, we say it's going full the whole, encompasses the whole circumference of the circle. Pretty much everything goes in full circle. So you have these pi rituals where we go in a complete circle. We have a beginning and an end, kind of the alpha and omega ritual in a full circle. So we've come full circle in the coronavirus piece all the way back to pi. And look at the numbers that kind of always attached with pi. 25 would attach with pi. 20, we're in the year 2020. 69, of course, the number we're looking at. 55. 55 and 69 vibrate. So that's why that Tuesday was picked as a date for the pi ritual, going in full circle. We're going to bring you out of the coronavirus environment. That's what they do. So they, like I say, everything is attached to numerology and the zodiac. That's what people don't understand about, the practice of, and the word is horology. I actually saw that on Pirates of the Caribbean, but the word is horology. Is the term is the practice of the zodiac and the stars of the zodiac and the different alignments, star alignments, and reading those. So these people follow the zodiac by T, and they follow numerology. Everything has to be attached to the stars, the moon, the sun, the whole 12 signs of the zodiac. And that's why we say 12 is the number of completion, because it goes back to the signs of the zodiac. There's 12 signs. Once you get to the completion sign, which is What's the 12th zodiac sign? Let's pull that out. See why we did kind of come out of there early. And that's something that could be really, really studied, zodiac. Your major religions is a study of the zodiac, especially when we talk about a lot of the Christ religions. So, right, so our 12th zodiac sign. I'm gonna get a little bit more into horoscopes and that follow that. All right, so here's the zodiac sign. So we got 12 zodiac signs. 12 zodiac signs. Okay, so we started Aries. The Taurus is the second. Third will be Gemini. And we had the twins. We were coming through the twins. So May 21st to June 20th, that we had that twin ritual with George Floyd and Stephen Jackson. Talking about that's my twin brother. Cancer. We moving to Leo. We're moving to Virgo. Virgo take it to Libra. Libra to Scorpio. Scorpio to Sag. And Sag to Capricorn. Capricorn is how we kind of... We're Aquarius. And then we got Pisces. So the 12th sign will be Pisces. But see, our 12 zodiac signs. 12 zodiac signs. Meaning full circle of completion. And that's some research that, you can do kind of get a better understanding of why they use these zodiac and horology the way they do. But pi is 16, pi is 29, pi is 57. You kind of get the concept of why 6-9 was a date that they used. Remember, Rey Mysterio has his move called the 6-9 where he goes full circle from inside of the ring, bang to the other side, full circle. So Pi Day is the beginning of the end for this ritual as they begin to open everything back up. And like I say, it's a number, and they find the day that corresponds to the number. It doesn't always have to be a Pacific day. 411. You think that time is over? No, they're just waiting for the Pacific day. They're just waiting for Pacific days to do things. That's the sickness of these people. I remember circle 50, 32. We saw a lot of 32 in these rituals. 112. Okay, I was going to pull something else up. I kind of lost this other thing I was going to do. Oh, okay, that's what I was going to do. So I was going to put up coronavirus. And see any reflections off of the conclusion of that ritual. So coronavirus 56, 74. Let me just bring it down here so I don't miss any possible reflections. So we know coronavirus 56, 65, 74. Trying to find any vibrations. See if we got any vibration with coronavirus. And Pi Day as far as connecting more connection of the ritual. All right, so actually 61 is a prime number. Actually, it's two numbers in here. So 61 corresponds with 18. It's the 18th prime number. Remember that? 61. We talked a lot about that during the Super Bowl. All right, so 61 is 18. See, we got any 18 numerology in here. I don't see any 18 numerology. But I always go and look for the vibration. Look for the vibration. Coronavirus was 74 Foundation. Remember all the stuff that took place during this coronavirus pandemic. Okay, not a lot with coronavirus, but Pi Day is why they picked that day, 69. It's Pi 25, 16, 20. So, that's exactly why they picked the Pi Day as a day of coming out of the coronavirus, especially in New York. New York is all about ritual. So we see Murphy in New Jersey lifting it, New York Governor Cuomo lifting it. And now all of a sudden, Simon says you can go back outside. And, that's my problem with people. That's my problem with people. They gave you no coronavirus solution. They just said, okay, you can come back outside because now mysteriously the numbers have dropped right after the George Floyd riot protests and fake looting, stage looting that they did that led to real murder, because it's always got to have some real murder. And then the story is, well, the coronavirus cases keep increasing, but you can go back outside now. So now suddenly they're not concerned about it. These are the people you deal with. These are the people you deal with. And they'll keep running this story all summer because they might got some other plans. And we still talk about the potential blackout taking place. So that's the reason why on this date, 6/9, they kind of let the coronavirus situation go. Very sick people. All right, another story I want to talk about was Neo. And Neo making certain comments and kind of getting caught in the comments. So this story is more about Neo getting caught. Neo pretty much putting out too much information. So Neo in this story, he's singing the fake tears. He's so distraught over a motherfucker he never met in his life, George Floyd, whoever the fuck the dude is, like I say. And I'm going to grab a lot from this George Floyd story. So 50 states are protesting at the same time. This man changed the world. This Neo statements changed the world for the better. So George Floyd, Neo is saying he changed the world for the better. How the hell he do that when we was in this coronavirus environment? So did George Floyd stop the coronavirus environment? Of course he did. So he did change the world for the better. So I just want to personally thank George Floyd for his sacrifice, so that my kids can be all right later on. So who really knows what he means by this statement of so my kids will be all right? And Neo might be one of them dumb motherfuckers, them dumb Nigers who might believe that these people really are going to protect him and his kids when they'll sacrifice his kids quickly. But the thing that he said, and good I bring up that word, is so I just want to personally thank George Floyd for his sacrifice so that my kids can be better later. So by him using that word, that's what got him in trouble. And it got him in trouble with not regular people, but the elite. That's who he got in trouble with. I generally do the father of Ford declare refer to how the shocking May 25th death. So remember the number 25? Remember the number 25. So this story comes out on 6/9, Pi Day, going to 6 full circle again. 25. Pi is 25. You see how they do it? How they just related Pi Day, a Pi Day event, a day with 69 numerology. So I always call it a Pi Day event with this full circle story of Neo and Neo's statements. So he said May 25th, death of Floyd, a 46-year-old black man. 46, the number of sacrifice. And we pull up sacrifice. And what you get? The number 46 and 55. Sacrifice is 55, 46. Said on a date with 69 numerology, 6/9, Pi Day, 55. You see how they do it? See how those stories are tied. So the ritual continues. It's all part of a ritual. They'll tell on themselves. George Floyd sacrifice coming out of Pi Day, bringing you out of the ritual of the coronavirus, bringing you into the next part of the stage ritual, which is race war. That's where we headed. Pulling down statues, all this other stuff. Tracers coming to your house. Niger's mad at the police already. You think those police are going to get indicted for some time? Of course not. We'll have a full circle O.J. Simpson play going on in a minute. So don't get it twisted. This ritual is just beginning, but you see how they tie the two things together and they use everybody as a part of the ritual. So even Neo with the 25 and the 46 all in the story is putting out there the information. Something else here. All right, so that's just pretty much how they tie these rituals together. So Neo said exactly what they wanted them to say. Basically known that Neo, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Neo part of the ritual. Let's see what he was doing. So that's the boy's the man. Well, not a boy's the man. That's an older song. It ain't boy's the man didn't sing that song. If you remember, that's the Coolie High song. And the Coolie High, the Cochise gets killed. Anybody knows that. So they're talking about Boys the Men sung that song in 1991. Come on, dude. Everybody seen Coolie High over 40 times. No, that's the funeral song after Cochise gets killed. Okay, so it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. It's so hard. And I want you guys to see this. I don't make this shit up. We can't make this up. This is the people. This nigga, this Niger here, Neo. These are the people that they use for agenda. And remember now, he wants his kids to be all right. So this Niger think that these people are going to protect him from his creators that's coming to save his ass. But he really believes that. Look at the statement this fool makes inside of this. So I just wanted to personally thank George Floyd. I don't want to lose this. Where to go? All right, so I kind of lost it for a minute. Man, I lost all that recording. All right, so yeah, I just personally want to thank George Floyd for his sacrifice, so my kids will be all right. So I'm going to be a part of this ritual. And like I said, we don't make this up. We got our 25, we got our 46. And It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday, originally by G.C. Cameron, has become a go-to anthem in sorts in the year of mourning. So G.C. Cameron actually wrote this, and that song was written for the movie Coolie High. But it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. That's what they gave you in this story. They made sure they gave you the story of Neo. They gave you him saying that George Floyd was a sacrifice on Pi Day, which is 25. Look at the breakdown like we're talking about. Then they say he's singing It's So Hard to Say. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. What's It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday? 144. You see the 144? It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. 144. They continue to go right back to the same ritual we've been talking about. This is a hunt for the 144. We know who our eyes are gunning for. We know who we need to sacrifice. The 144. We got to find these people. So they bring him back as a person to hunt his own people. And they got him afraid of his own people, the 144. So he sings, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. Because we got to sacrifice his 144 so my children can be all right. I need you to help me find them so my kids will be all right, because I've been told that these are my enemies, when these really are the people who are here to save your damn life. So see how they bring it all the way back to the same ritual. You're never going to be out the ritual because this is the ritual. Find the 144. Find the 144. That's the ritual. That's what this is all about. And they're just creating the situation to make it easier for themselves. All this is leading to bigger things. All this stuff is leading to bigger things. That's all we headed to. Bigger things. And people really have to open their eyes because now it's in full swing. It's ramping up. All this defund the police, that ain't going to be good for nobody. Nigers might think that's going to be good for them. That's not going to be good for no Niger in America. None. No Bantu in America is that going to be good for them. That's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. So they lifted coronavirus, going full circle with the 6ix9ine part of this ritual, coming out of coronavirus. They used George Floyd, used the Bantu to come out of the environment. They get this Bantu here to talk about sacrifice and the importance of George Floyd's sacrifice. And we still on the hunt. And got to remind you, it's so hard to think about it yesterday. We're still on the hunt to give you 1991, which is 10, 19, 20. There's your 20. So in the year 2020, we're still on the hunt. We're still on the hunt. We still got to find this 144. We still got to find this 144. So they're still on the hunt. Still on the hunt. So they're gonna let you know what this is all about. They're gonna use whoever they got to, even this Niger Neo, Bantu sellout, and that's all these people are. Bantu sellouts. Selling out people of color, thinking that these folks really got their best interests at heart. They're gonna protect my family. He's a coward. Neo's a coward. He's a singing coward. That's all he is. He ain't ready to fight for nothing. He's a coward. I appreciate the sacrifice that George Floyd made. For what? For what? Police brutality been around for decades. What the hell is he talking about? What is he talking about? So this is the game that these people play. They use the horoscope, the horology. They use the numerology. They use all this to their advantage inside of their game because it's all a part of the same ritual. They have not brought you out of ritual. We've been talking about the same stuff from the jump. We ain't got away from it. It's all about, at the end of the day, the 144. That's what it's all about. And they're going to keep bringing you back and bringing their minions back to, well, all right, we're still on the hunt, y'all. So we act like we're on their side right now. That's the game. We're on their side right now. Get them in the point where they're vulnerable, get them to fighting. So, maybe we can have some of these other folks eliminate some of them as a way of kind of find them. But we still got to round them up. Remember that they still got to round up people. Remember that they let folks had the stay-at-home order. Remember the stay-at-home Bantu order. They want all the Bantus to stay at home. Then they let them protest and come outside. Now they're going to try to say all of them got coronavirus. How much you want to bet? Or y'all got to quarantine because all y'all got coronavirus out there protesting. Let's watch the game. I want to watch to see how this next part of the game is played. I want to watch to see how they begin the roundup. Okay? So, paying attention to these folks. Very sick, very sadistic folks. And they use everybody, even Bantu sellouts like Neo, to pass their agenda. Mr. Mahdi, back row.